Hey, what is up, YouTube? Today we're going to be taking a look at beating the Alchemist without any tricks. So I'm just going to be using a very simple damage wand, one of the most simple in the world. I had to use add timer because I didn't have a one with add trigger, whatever, the spark bolt or whatever. So this is what I have set up. It's a really simple wand. You can see as I'm going to start tearing into things with it, it's just one of these noisy, really fast wands with a little bit of extra damage on it. Nothing spectacular. So what I want to talk to you about is whenever you're going to fight a boss, especially a boss that you need to kind of get out of the way of, I always tend to revert to the racetrack method, which is where I will set up some essentially hallways for my character to run and hide from. It's kiting around a circular path, or at least a path that kind of knots back together so that you can go back all the way to the beginning of where you started, just pulling the boss with you. It's good to have a couple turnoffs too here and there so that you can make your way back and forth if you have to from one side to the other. And you'll see what I'm doing right now is just getting us all the way over to the Alchemist so that we can then make sure that we drag him this way with us back to our racetrack. A lot of people believe that they have to bring a trick with them to beat the Alchemist. The Alchemist only has 1,000 HP, so only 1,000 health. So you can beat him. You just have to be very careful and selective about when you take your shots. You have to wait, obviously, until his shield is down, pop him once, and move. So I'm going to show you how to do that. But first, we'll see. It's very easy with the snow, especially, to carve out some little walkways for you. Not really walkways, but paths that you can go through to duck away from. Now, I also have invisibility as a perk, so that helps a little bit. But the Alchemist kind of sees the invisibility anyway. It seems, I don't know, seems to me like it helps unless he gets a little too close, but maybe that's the same thing even without invisibility. Doesn't make a huge difference anyway, so that we're not going to consider an advantage. What I do have though is I do have teleport. It is one long teleport bolt, and it doesn't really have a lot of speed to it. So I don't even have an advantage in mobility that much. All I have is a semi-fast wand and a teleport wand. I have some other things, but they're for other parts of the run. But as far as defeating the Alchemist, that's all we really need is the teleport and a fast damage wand. You could also have a high damage wand, but if you miss, like you take that one shot and you miss, it's really kind of a disaster. So what I'm going to do is I will show you the original way that we try to take him down, which is we try to usually hit him with the personal fireball bolt or personal fireball thrower, personal lightning ball thrower, and then he usually splats himself. But I'll show you one thing that seems to be happening now. When you do that, it seems like the shield is reflecting it away a little bit, at least with the personal fireball thrower. So let's take a look and see what that looks like. I'm going to dig down here a little bit into the rock. The reason I do this is this kind of gives me a little bit of an advantage as far as like pulling him out. I like to take him up from the side here. I don't like diving down into his pit and then trying to fly back up. I like doing it this way, just a preference, but you could just dive right in and just kind of teleport yourself back up. For me, make a nice big wide corridor, get far enough down and make sure that I can teleport nice and cleanly. And then we'll kind of cut across and we'll drag him out, and I'll show you what we're talking about as far as personal fireball thrower goes. Now, normally personal fireball thrower, if you attach it to a projectile and that projectile hits him, he will then have the personal fireball thrower on him, and when he puts his shield up, it's supposed to push all those fireballs back at him and do damage to him. The problem is getting that to land sometimes can be a bit tricky. If you see right there, like it just didn't land, even though his shield was down. And a lot of times you can miss, and if you don't have unlimited spells, you're eventually going to run out of your fireball throwers. But the big thing with the Alchemist, and this is one thing that I can tell you, is just don't panic. Don't panic. Treat it like any other guy that you're doing those crazy little shotgun guys. Kind of the same idea. You can time this if you've been around a while and have seen what his attacks do. He shoots that big purple ball, and then it splits into those white lances. And that's all you have to remember is when those white lances come out, those are the ones that you have to be really careful of. See, I kind of hit him with this personal fireball thrower. I want to see if I can get at least like one hit on him as far as that goes, so you can see it happen. It might end up killing him, but if we probably won't even land it, because I found recently, and maybe it's just me bad, and I haven't been able to land it. So I've had to make sure that when I come here, I have a regular way of killing him, and there are lots of regular ways. That was just a miss. There are lots of regular ways of killing him, just that you could use a normal one that you'd use on anybody else. But like I said, I believe that the rapid fire one tends to work the best because you can get like a shot and a half. Ow. You can get like a shot and a half. Yeah, shot and a half in there, maybe 2-3 shots in there before your shield really pops up if it's quick enough. It's supposed to only allow one through, but I found that it's getting multiple through. So that should land. I don't know why that didn't land. His shield dropped, but nothing really happened there. I don't know if they've maybe patched it out. I doubt it, because I was able to use the electric bolt thrower one that seemed to work. Personal electricity. Anyway, so let's try a few more. I want to see if I can maybe get one on. I don't know. That looked like a hit. So what we'll do though is after a little bit of this, just to show you, you can dance with this guy for a long period of time. And I don't have a ton of health. I mean, I have like 400 health left, and I probably will end up, dropping down to maybe about like 100 before this is over, just because I'm messing around with him instead of really trying to take him out. Once we get to the point where we switch over to our, yeah, see, that's just not working. All right. I think we got to change up strategies here. I think that's good enough. We've gotten a little close to death here. Let me see if I can find a spot where I can get in and switch wands and take one more shot with this. Drop your shield. Yeah, I missed. All right, so we're going through, going through the process of too many missed shots. And this is kind of a disaster when you look at it. If you came in here thinking this was your only way to do it, and you only had this prepared, you'd be sunk, right? So what we're gonna do is we'll switch over and show you how easy it is just to kill him normally. Watch this. Okay, there's a shot. A little bit of damage there. Now you just move. Back up, back up, back up. Let him come. Sometimes you gotta bait him. Say, come on, sir. And you'll notice he doesn't care about my invisibility. He kind of knows where I am. All right, and there we go. Little shot there. Okay, just got to be careful. Watch out for that lance. And just bring him around the racetrack. If he's not following you, just go find him. Kind of drag him back a little bit. Keep him off the screen when you're preparing for things, you know. Oh boy. Yeah, let's switch it over. I didn't realize he was going to come up there. All right, watch out. Watch out. Those lances come in at the location that you're at when they fire, not when the purple ball fires. So realize that they're going to kind of track you. As soon as that purple ball blows up and those lances start to fire, each one is going to kind of look for where you are and try to aim at you at that point. Not quite homing, but I guess what's that? Directional aim or aim correction or whatever that is. We have a spell like that that helps us. There's a little one right in his belly. Now, he does fire your own shots back at you, but if you're set up relatively decent, they're just not going to hit you. Your own shots don't hit you that bad. See? Look at that. And he's already almost dead. Already half dead. This is a lot easier. You feel a lot safer. At least this is my opinion. You feel a lot safer. You don't feel like you're gambling. You can really pop off a big shot at him like that. And it doesn't do any damage to him more than what it normally would do, but it feels good. It feels good to shoot a lot of bullets at him. Because a lot of times you're feeling like, oh man, if I don't get this completely done the right way, I'm not going to win. But yeah, you can win. You can win with just a regular old style of fast wand that you have. Your wand doesn't even have to be that fast. You can see most of my shots are bouncing off of him. Okay, watch out, watch out. Yep, electric bolts, not good. Always bad. Maybe we can get him to come up to us. I also have ambrosia, but I'm not using it. So if you had ambrosia, this would be an even easier fight, because then you could dose yourself up every time before you shot at him and be okay. But I want to do this without, so you guys can see, like quite literally, you almost could do this from the beginning. Maybe not exactly, but because you do need a little bit better wand than what you would normally have. But see, you just kind of move him around the racetrack, and now he's destroyed my racetrack, and that's fine because we're not going to need it after a couple more hits. I think we can get him one more. But you'll see this is not hard at all, guys. Nothing to be afraid of. Alchemist is not scary. Bridge boss is scary. Bridge boss can really do some horrible things to you. and there's not really a good opportunity to create a racetrack for him. I think he's also a bit more intelligent with his pathing. The Alchemist is really not that hard. So that's all I wanted to show you. You don't have to panic about the Alchemist. You can basically go in and get him with just a regular fast wand and a teleport. Hope you guys found this at least encouraging. I know it's probably not useful because it really didn't tell you much. It just shows you. But yeah, you can do this. You don't have to panic. You don't have to worry about it. Take your time, teleport out, set yourself up nice and clean. And you too can take down the Alchemist with nothing but teleport and a nice fast damage wand. All right, YouTube, I'm out of here. Thanks so much for hanging out with me. You're up.
So that's how they're growing so fast.
Lord.